So my goal is to show up more consistently on this channel. This week, I said, okay, this is the week where we are showing up these days. I'm going to split clips onto these days and we're just going to show up and have all sorts of content. Well, the day arrives, which was Monday, which was yesterday. And basically, nothing happened. My schedule got thrown off. I got my period. And all I had was my note that said, Monday, fire vlog, dash, I feel stuck. That's all I had. And I feel like I'd been stuck ever since I wrote that because in my mind, showing up looks like so many different things. It's creating consistent vlogs, it's having a podcast, it's having my YouTube channel, it's becoming a YouTuber, it's making money and figuring out ways to make money when the creative projects that you envision making money one day are not. So balancing that, putting energy into both to where I'm not suffering mentally, emotionally, but in actuality, I am. So trying to find my focus in all of that has been already in the first 2 weeks of the year, this uphill battle. Because typically at the beginning of the year, and I know this, but I think I was just so focused on getting my schedule right, or at least narrowing down what it is I wanted to really give attention to this year, that the money part fell short again. So it's like, I know the beginning of the year is the slowest. And we got the month of January bills paid. But I always get that anxious feeling in the middle of the month because I'm self-employed. If you didn't know, I've been self-employed for officially 8 years. Hey, cheers to me. And this is just a pattern I still haven't been able to grasp. God willing, a year from today, I'm a lot more prepared. But being self-employed, especially when I went through my all of my savings and my investments in 2024, because I called it my retirement year. And basically what that meant was I knew I was going through a lot of big shifts. I had just turned 40. I felt a shift in a lot of with within the groups of people I was surrounding myself with. I felt in my mind, I was like, I'm changing. And I don't know how I don't know how to get a good grasp on all of this. So I'm just going to take away the one thing that's stressing me out the most, which is ironic because you need money to survive. But work was stressing me out the most. I looked at my savings. I had a few credit cards that I ended up maxing out and basically was just surviving and out here doing my best portrayal of retirement in that moment. So I stripped down the part that was stressing me out the most. And I was like, if I don't want to do this anymore, I need to figure out what it is I'm going to do next. And that was one of those major transformational years. At this time last year, I was just drained emotionally. Not physically, because I'd probably at that point been in the best shape of my life. I had decided to quit drinking again, but officially this time. I changed my circumstances. I knew coming into 2025 that I was no longer going to invest time in my original business of transaction coordination and focus more attention on coaching. It did take 6 months to get it off of the ground. Thankfully, I did stick with transaction coordination, but I stuck with the clients that mattered the most and I let go of the ones that were great as well, but they just weren't producing as much. And I figured if I take that energy away and replace it with coaching and content creation, I'll be in a much better place 6 months to a year from now. And that's pretty much what happened in terms of just my career and making it happen. Financially, things are in motion. I actually had my first new client today, which is amazing just by showing up and creating the content. But it's moments when I feel stuck and nothing is happening. And I get those mid-month spookies, like, where's my next check going to come in? That's when the I feel stuck mindsets and I am stuck, or is this working out? those fears and those doubts start to creep in. And that's exactly what happened over the weekend, where I was posting, I felt good, I felt very optimistic about this year, and I know this is a year for me to really double down, triple down on my new coaching business, as well as being on YouTube a lot more. I threw a bunch of stuff at the wall last year, and I made note of what did stick, and now I'm showing up through that on this channel and on my other channels, which is transaction care, and then my podcast, The Keys. So I'm building that channel out. I'm also building out my basketball channel. So if you like my basketball content, I talk mostly about the WNBA and Unrivaled. And I'm going to start infusing more day in the life vlogs related to women's basketball, but not limited to women's basketball. But it is going to be surrounding women's sports in general. So if you're into that, check out 84 Hoops on YouTube. All of that will be in the description. But yeah, I think my feelings of being stuck were stemmed in moving too quickly all at once and trying to make things happen without having a strong foundation or real intent behind it, just doing it for the sake of it being on my to-do list. And the beauty of this channel and this vlog is I can show up anytime I want, talk about whatever I want. I don't care about the algorithm. Of course, the numbers are nice, but what I've learned through my other channels is if money is the objective, you don't need a lot of subscribers. You don't need a lot of followers. You just have to have a singular topic that you talk about and can talk about it endlessly. And you can create evergreen content that will live on the internet and people will find regularly. So with this channel, if one day I want to go golfing, I can go golfing. Play basketball, talk about business, real estate, being stuck, mindset, give you a workout video, give you a shopping vlog, a foodie vlog. I could do all that here because this is my free space, my free time to just play and do anything I want. And that translates in my other videos because I still have this outlet and this release, but I've also practiced and showed up through this channel in ways that all my more professional pages and channels and brands, I'm able to already just cut through the fluff and the ums and the, oh, what am I going to talk about? Because I already know what it takes. So if you're feeling stuck, but you have a project or an idea that's been floating in your mind, you just don't know how to get it started or what to do, you're not alone. But I do recommend, if you want to get it off the ground, give yourself some time, give yourself some grace, and plan it out. Pray about it. Obviously, I always one Bible verse that stands out to me, and I have it in my notes app. I used to have it on a whiteboard. Is seek first the kingdom of God, and all will be given to you. Is that how it goes? See, I already forgot. I'm just now learning the Bible and the quotes, but basically seek first, like always put God first. And that's my motto. And in those times when I'm in my darkest or my stuckest, and I seek God first and I pray and I meditate on whatever it is I'm stuck on, and I ask for the path to clear, something little happens and it just creates this domino effect of clarity that I was unable to attain prior to putting God first. So that's where I'm at. I needed to make a vlog this week, regardless of what I talked about, even if I rambled, even if no one watches it. It's just a matter of I'm showing up because I know this is going to work. I know this channel is going to take off. I know everything I do is going to work out. I trust the process. I trust God. I trust the process. I trust myself. And I'm enjoying it and I'm having fun. The moments when I get stuck or have those mid-month spookies, as I'm calling it, I know I'm going to get through it. That these feelings are temporary, that these feelings are a part of the journey. Because, okay, what is it that I'm afraid of? Is it something I'm doing that is so big I'm afraid that I won't be able to maintain it, or that it's so good that I'm not going to be able to maintain it? Therefore, I'm going to feel rejection and feel disappointment. Is that what I'm avoiding on a deeper level when we really, really break it down? When we be real about our feelings? Because shout out to my feelings wheel. If you don't have a feelings wheel, please just Google feelings wheel, go to images, and just screenshot one of them bad boys. Because you have to be able to articulate what it is you're feeling and get to the root. These are good feelings, bad feelings, perplexed feelings, every type of emotion you can imagine. Most of them are on this feelings wheel. And many of us don't ever express ourselves in these ways. And it could be something that you do privately, mentally, internally, in your journal, to God, with your community. Either way, when I'm able to articulate how I'm feeling precisely, it absolutely just clears the path that when I am feeling stuck, I'm able to push through it and not push through it in a way that I'm just like, okay, pick up one foot after the other. It's like, no, I'm picking my feet up with intention, with information. Like, okay, this happened because, oh, it's that time of the month. Emotions were high, emotions were low, this or that. That's not how we ultimately feel. Okay, I did not like this, so how can I correct it? Oh, I loved this. How can we do more of it? Life can absolutely be that simple. And I know we go through real life situations. We have moments of self doubt, but when you identify what you're actually going through and what you're afraid of, that doubt immediately just melts away. I had it in a coaching session today. This woman wanted to grow her business and she was stuck at the marketing part of it. And I said, okay, well, what are you doing currently? And I gave her some tips and ideas. And at the end of it, well, not the end of it, in the middle of our session, she was like, wow, that's everything I had on my list, basically. And I was like, so what's holding you back? And she goes, I just don't want to bother people. I don't want to come off annoying. And mind you, she's self employed like myself. And I was thinking about what she had just said and some key words that stood out. And she said, bother people, be annoying. And I basically was asking her, like, how else are you going to get business? You have to talk to strangers, you have to bother people, and you don't know that they think you're annoying. Even if they think you're annoying or bothering them, you can cross them off your list. It's done. The scary big monsters are out of the way now. It's all uphill from here. But you have to bother and annoy a few people. If that's how you think of yourself, then that's what we need to fix. That's what we need to correct. I used a lot of scripts when I'm scared to approach someone in my business, or if I'm working on increasing my sales calls or something to that effect. I over prepare sometimes, but none of that matters if I don't make that first call, if I don't send that email, if I don't send that DM, if I don't post these videos. I made a good chunk of change from making videos on TikTok and YouTube last year because I simply posted. Did I have to post hundreds of videos? Yeah, but people found them. Some videos got one view, some videos got thousands, hundreds. And as a result, people saw my content, they were curious enough to reach out, and I made it easy for them to reach me. I don't know how I got on this tangent, but basically, over the weekend, I was feeling super stuck. I know what I need to do, but I also need to get to the root of things when things feel like I'm dragging my feet through quicksand or through mud. And it was a simple, okay, time of the month, mid-month scaries on top of I haven't I haven't updated my checklist. So I updated my checklist, crossed some things off, and I was like, wow, I've done way more than I even thought. I was just looking at a list of undone things, and when I actually sat and updated it, I had done a good chunk of it. So yeah, so stay tuned for more vlogs. If you made it this far, shout out to you, because I just get up on here and talk. I rarely leave my house, but when I do, it's like I'm either at home or like on stage with Beyonce or something crazy like that. Flying to Japan or sitting at the beach somewhere. You know what I mean? So if I am outside, I will document it. But for now, we're inside. But until the next vlog, subscribe, leave a comment. Comments are very helpful. If you're trying to build a brand, get people to comment. create like a super content team, super content squad. And anytime any of you post a new video, have them comment, because the comments prove to the algorithm that your people are engaging with your content. They're interested. So we're going to push it out to more people. Yeah. Maybe I'll do a series on content creation and what I've learned over the last year of posting on YouTube. Not just content creation, YouTube, because I deleted Instagram for over a year now. I love TikTok. I've learned with TikTok, you just have to talk about one thing the entire time and get creative with it. You can't stray too far. If you're going to talk about food, talk about food. Don't make food content, then all of a sudden you're doing book reviews. No, it has to be all food. If you want to make a golf channel, just stick to golf. Don't switch it up. With my basketball page, I was like, oh, I'm going to do all of women's sports. And then I noticed a fluctuation in the algorithm and in the growth of my content. And I was like, let me just stick to basketball for now. We can think about expansion later. But now I'm starting to lose focus. So I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you for watching. It's your girl, Lilz. Life ain't perfect, but it is a blessing. See ya.